In this lecture, we're going to talk about batting average and win-loss ratio. So whenever you're trading, part of risk management, money management, is to look at your historical trades and see your performance and see what the profit is, what the risk is, and if a specific strategy is worth running, if you should put more capital towards the strategy, less capital. So there's a bunch of different ratios and numbers we want to look at to be able to, better analyze our historical trades. In the next few lectures, we're going to talk more about that, and we're going to talk about, looking at historical trades, and I'm going to give you an Excel sheet where you can, put in your trades and see what your performance is. Some of the numbers on this sheet are going to be the batting average and the win-loss ratio. So you need to understand them. So what is the batting average? The batting average is going to be the average probability that a trader is right. So it's basically, imagine you're playing baseball and you're looking at what is the batting average, how many balls you're able to hit. That's batting average. How many balls you're able to hit out of the park, how many trades are profitable. Win-loss ratio is then the ratio of the average profitable trades over the average unprofitable trades. So you want to see, how big your winners are compared to your losers. If your winners aren't bigger than your losers, then there might be a problem, because then how come when you're losing way much more than when you're winning? So these are two things you want to look at. So to better understand them, let's come up with an example. Let's say we have two strategies, strategy 1 and strategy 2. Okay, strategy 1 and strategy 2. Okay, and each day, so basically day 1, day 2, day 3, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. For 10 days, you're running these two different strategies. And, you have, specific returns on each strategy. And let's say your returns right now, they're in percentage. Let's say the first day you made 10%, then minus 5%, then 8%, then minus 10, then 7, 6, minus 2, let's say 6. And let's say for the second strategy, you had exactly the same returns for the first 8 days. But on the 9th day, for one strategy here, you lost 1%, and then you made, let's say, 2%. And for the second strategy, well, you kind of lost way more. You actually lost 21%. But then on the 10th day, you made 22%. So you, on this 9th day, strategy 2 lost 20% more than strategy 1, but on day 10, it made 20% more than strategy 1. So in this situation, if I look at what is my total return, well, it's just going to be the sum of all of these trades, right? So I can just sum them up. And here I made 21%. And if I sum this up, I made 21%. So both strategies gave me 21% return. But which of these strategies should I run? Which one is better? There has to be an answer for these questions, right? So let's calculate some other statistics about these trades. First off, let's calculate, well, how many trades did I have? Total number of trades. Well, I can just count them. There's 10. I can use the equal count function. There's 10. I can copy it here. So 10 trades. How many of these trades were profitable? Okay, so number of profitable trades. Well, I can just count them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 profitable trades. Or I can use the count if function, count this range, only count positive trades, 6. Here there's 6 as well, right? Now, number of unprofitable trades, and then that's just, it's 4, right? So we can also use count if, and then just the trades that are smaller than 0, profit smaller than 0, so 4. Okay, so now I can already calculate the batting average. The batting average, which is how many trades I get right out of the total amount of trades, is going to be just the number of profitable trades divided by the number of total trades. And in this case, this strategy, and I can put it in percentage here, has a success rate of 60%, which is great. Now, both strategies have a 60% profit rate. And then this is the reason why you know that this is not enough. You know, how many trades are profitable does not mean you have a profitable strategy. Because imagine this strategy. Imagine here, one of the days, instead of losing 5%, you lost, I don't know, 45%. Well, then this strategy would be a losing strategy, even though you're winning 60% of the time. So just looking at, you know, how many times you're profitable is not a good indication if you have a profitable strategy or not. Okay, so we want to look at other things. What we want to do is we want to calculate also our win-loss ratio. And I should have zoomed in here a bit. Let's zoom in now. Here we go. Let's look at our win-loss ratio. How do we calculate that? Well, we have to calculate for win-loss ratio. We need the average size of our winners, and then we need to divide by the average size of our losers. So average size of winners, or average winning trade. Well, this is very easy. I can just calculate it like this. I can do equal, and then I can add all the winning trades. So there's 1 here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then divide by 6, which gives us, and let's actually put this in percentage. Gives us what? 6.5%. Or instead of doing that, I can just use the average if function. So average, anything that's above 0. 6.5%. Now the average trades here, I know that already the average winning trade is going to be bigger because one of the winning trades here made way more money. We made 22% instead of 2%. So the average winning here is 9.8%. Okay. So let's see here. Okay, so the average winning trade is 9.83% for this strategy. Now, what about the average losing trade? Right? Well, I can average if this range for the trades that are smaller that lost money, right? What is the average? Well, on the average losing trades here, I actually lose about 4.5% when I lose. And when I win 6.5. Okay, good. So what about this one? Well, the average here for the losing trades is 9.5%. Why? Because one of my losing trades is way bigger as well. So I can see here that the average losing trades are very similar to the average winning trades. So not that great. So if I go here and I calculate my win-loss ratio, basically what I have to do is I have to do the average of the winning trades divided by the average of the losing trades. The average of the losing trades is going to be negative, so I have to put it in positive. So I just do the absolute of that, which just puts it in positive. And that gives me, and this is not a percentage, it's a number. So let's just put number here. So the number I'm going to get here is 1.44. That means usually when I win, I'm winning about 1.44 times than when I lose. For this strategy, my win-loss is 1.04. So when I'm winning about 4% more than when I'm losing. Not that much. So basically, you know, win-loss ratios go hand in hand with batting average. So somebody might have a really high batting average in the 80%, but his win-loss ratio is actually, you know, a bit less than 1. So the strategy might, you know, be profitable, but not that much. Somebody else might have a batting average of 60%, and then have a 1.5 to 2 win-loss ratio, which is great. So they go hand in hand. You can't just be like, hey, I have a high, somebody could have a 90% batting average, but when he loses way more. So his win-loss ratio might be like 0.2. So that, and he loses, it's a losing strategy. So you can't just take a look at only one thing. You can't take a look at just win-loss and not batting average. You have to look at win-loss, batting average, you know, how much total return you're doing, all of this stuff. Now, batting average and win-loss are not the only things you want to look at. There are actually more things that will even help you to better see the risk profile of the strategy. Because at the end of the day, you want to be able to compare different strategies, compare your results, see which strategy you want to put in money, which strategy you don't want to put in money. So this is batting average and win-loss ratio, and I'll see you guys in the next lecture.